Hello everybody, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition, and today I figured I would bring you a review of the Shores of Tripoli. This is from Fort Circle Games. It's for 1 to 2 players. It takes 45 to 90 minutes to play through, and it's for ages 14 plus. Alright, so I have my notes here. Have a cat attacking my cord underneath the table, so hopefully it doesn't mess up sound. Have my notes, let's go ahead and get through this. Alright, here we go. So, the theme of this game, it's a historical game. It is the Battle of Tripoli. So, I always gotta remember how to say it right. The Tripolitan forces against the American forces. I believe it says it right on the front of the box too. U.S. Navy and Marine Corps versus the Pirates of Tripoli. The Pirates of Tripoli, and you got Algiers and a couple of the other ones over here. Morocco is... or Algeria and Morocco is kind of getting involved. So it's literally the historic Battle of Tripoli and the buildup. So if you want to know how to play and maybe get a little bit more, a little bit. She's trying to chew my cords. All right, you want to get a little bit more information on it, you can watch the how to play, and it will explain kind of how it works. You'll see the years. It's actually 1801 to 1806 and stuff like that. But you're playing through that. One side's trying to win is the Tripolitan forces, and one side's trying to win is the American forces. So that's the theme. Now the mechanics is hand management. And now that we've gotten better at playing this game and understanding it, the choices of what cards to keep the first time playing through is like, I'll get rid of this. Whatever, I'll get rid of that. Now you know what the cards do and how you want to work your way through. It becomes very intense. It is a lot of thought gone into once you get some cards and you have to downsize your hand or draw down into your 6, right? So it's hand management, and there is dice rolling. So for attacks and stuff, like I said, we've done a how to play you can watch. You have to roll the dice, so there is some luck involved, and it's usually 6s. Sometimes you can hit on 5s. That you have to roll. But hand management, dice rolling, those would be the mechanics. Now, the ease of teaching, ease of play. This is a medium size, so I would say medium, moderate, and on the lower end of moderate. I think on BGG it's like a 2 point something low, 2.0 something, so low. On your how to play. Now, it's not hard to understand. The cards do most of your stuff, but it's really understanding how to use your cards well that makes it a little more difficult, but it's still medium. So I'd put it at medium. Learning how to play it, ease of teaching it, ease of play. All right, now the replayability. I would say it's fair. You got 2 forces that you can play on as. That'll change it up. What card you get in your hand at what point will change up how you can play, what you can do in the beginning as opposed to what you can do at the end. That changes it up a little bit, but it's fair. No matter what, you're playing the Battle of Tripoli, right? You're playing either the Tripolitan forces, I'm trying to say it right, the Tripolitan forces or the American forces. So there's fair replayability. The production, I would say the production's really good. The art on everything's really great. It's old kind of oil paint. Oh, it's not glaring. Old oil paint kind of art. You can see it on the box. It's the same kind of art that's on the cards. The map is, I guess elegant would be the word I would use to describe it, with the color choices that they decide to put on here and stuff. Easy to read map and all that stuff, but it's made out of nice cardboard. The wood pieces are nice, sturdy wood pieces that you have here. The dice, I mean, these are just basic dice. I mean, you got blue, red, and yellow. The dice are just basic dice. The cards are actually linen finished, but because I liked the game so much, I made sure that I sleeved them. And yeah, I sleeve lots of things in penny sleeves. It's just basically to keep my greasy, grubby fingers from messing up the card. So the production quality is really good. The box is a nice sturdy box. Even though when this copy got sent to me, it got sent by Amazon with just a sticker on top of the wrapper. This slapped a sticker on and they threw it out the door to ship. So the corners are banged up. And if you've ever gotten anything from Amazon or shipped to you, they kind of drop kick those things everywhere. But with no packaging, it got here in good condition. So that's really good. The other thing is in here, you have the letter from Thomas Jefferson too. I don't remember, to be honest. You have your rule book, and you also have a book that explains kind of the history of what went on in the Battle of Tripoli, right? So that's actually really nice. All right. So the production, I would say, is really good production. Now, I don't think you're gonna find a lot of copies out there, so I wanted to look for price. So we'll say off the bat, we'll just do it this way. The value versus cost, I would say, is fair, and it could be good depending on if you're into historical games. If you're into strategy games, you could see it as a fair value. This is kind of a war game light. I haven't really played war games, but I've heard it be referred to as war game light. My son, as we played through it, was talking about how it's a war game. He kind of likes it because it's a war game, but it's definitely light because I don't get bored playing it. It's not a whole bunch of rules from what I understand with war games. It's not long and drawn out. So war game light, I would say that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you're into historical stuff, if you're like me, if you're a Marine or former Marine, as it were, you're interested in this. This is part of our history, right? This is part of our blood in the Marine Corps, right? Part of our DNA is the Battle of Tripoli. It's in our hymn, the Marine Corps hymn, for God's sakes. So you might be interested in this. So with all that said, looking it up, besides Amazon, I don't see any big box stores selling. There's a couple smaller online retailers that do have it. And you could pick it up from somewhere between, just right now, if you jumped on $35, at time of filming, obviously, $35 and $60. Now, the reason I say it's fair is because if someone just thinks maybe the art's kind of cool or they've heard of that battle and be interesting, they might feel like maybe they've paid too much. But I would say if you're into history, you're into naval battles, piracy, but piracy like actual real pirates, not like, hey ho matey, I'm at the harbor and I want me some grog, cosplaying pirates, but like real pirates, you might be into this. So historical, naval, pirates, real pirates, or if you're a Navy, if you're in the Navy, in the Marine Corps, I think this is a game that you should have on your shelf, let's be honest. And of course, I'm a little biased. So I would say it's fair. Now, with all that said, my copy, I had kept an eye on it. I was kind of waiting to see if it dropped, and it didn't. So it means it sells at that price pretty well on Amazon at $60. Didn't drop. And one day it was $25. And so I said, there's no way I'm passing this up. Instant buy, didn't even put it in the cart, just hit buy. First one got lost in the mail. They got the second one sent to me. That's the one that got sent like this. When I got a hold of Amazon, they said, hey, the person I talked to said, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to give you the $25 back. You keep the game. No harm, no foul. So I actually paid $0 for this. So for me, absolutely worth it. I can even put up with it. It drives me crazy having the little dings and dents in the box. And it's such a pretty box too. The dings and dents all over in the box. I can put up with that because I didn't pay anything for it. But I've been waiting to pick up this game. It was one of those times where I would have probably picked it up at $60 at one point when I haven't spent much on games this month. I'm just going to go ahead and buy this because I've been waiting. Since it came out, I've been waiting. I was going to buy it from a local shop, but they actually never got it in. They said they were going to, and they never did. And then it became the waiting game. So cost versus value, I'd say fair. If you're into some of those things I was talking about, the value I think is going to be higher. History, Navy, maritime, I guess you can put it that way. Real pirates, Marine Corps. If you're into that stuff, then you'll probably kind of be in this. If you're into war games, this might be a fun war game that you can bring out for people who aren't necessarily into war games, but you want to play a war game with them. There, I would say it goes beyond fair. It's a good value, right? For people who are just trying to find a game to play and they heard pirates, this might not work out for them, just so you guys know. So now, would I play it again? Yes, I would play it again. Definitely would play it again. I'm actually ready. I keep playing as the American side, biased. I think I'm about ready to try to play as the Tripolitan side. and go through it again. So definitely would ask to play it again. Actually, I have a buddy, I think I want to see if he wants to try to play it and if he'll like playing this game. So I played again. I definitely asked to play it again. I don't really, besides it being a type of game that I even think people who aren't into war games would actually enjoy playing this, right? If they're not in the hardcore war games. I think people are into hardcore war games and playing this. Man, this is a game that brings it all together. But yeah, I like the game. I enjoy the game. I was excited when I got it. A little disappointed when I got it all beat up, but I was excited when I got it, and I'm still excited every time I play it. So that's my review of The Shores of Tripoli from Fort Circle Games. I'm Steven with Cardboard Coalition. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Cartoon, knock on. Knock on. Leave the cord alone, cat.